Good morning, students. Further explanation, not till Einstein. Jackson admitted that microphones was not put perfectly as he easily spotted it. He questioned him why they think that he would run. Jackson replied that anyone with the sense would not trust him. He then questions him as to who was going to listen to him. Jackson replied that the governor would listen as he did not trust him. Jackson told him that even he did not trust him, so he would watch him like a hawk, a bird that keeps its eye on its prey. He finally asked him to keep his nose clean, and Evans agreed. He knew this already and so had kept a neat hanky on the bed. Jackson wished him good luck before leaving. Now, in the little lodge, till keeping. Till here. Little lodge, till sir. The priest, Mr. Lee, signed his name in the visitor's book at the gatehouse. Excuse me. Again, the priest, Mr. Lee, signed his name in the visitor's book at the gatehouse. He then followed the prison officer through the exercise yard to D wing. There he was greeted by Jackson. The heavy outer door of D wing was open and then shut behind them. The same happened when they entered through the inner door. McCleary joined Stephens. Jackson's ordered Stephens to remove the razor from the cell. Stephen agreed. He also told him to keep a close watch. McCleary made a vibrating sound while climbing up the stairs, following his new guide. When they received the entrance of the cell, Stephens opened the peephole and informed McCleary that he was the person who had to take the exam. The next, Evans facing till twig. Then it was 9 a.m. till houses. Yvonne was sitting quietly, facing the door slightly away from the two tables. He was concentrating on the elementary German grammar. Stephens took one of the keys from the ring and opened the lock. The lock of the cell made a ringing sound after it sprung at 9:10. The governor switched the receiver of microphone. He ordered Jackson to tell Evans to be careful as they had installed a microphone in his cell. He thought it would be a good to forewarn him. He said it in a way as though Evans would never be able to spot it. A thought came to governor's mind that all this seemed like a theatrical drama, and all the preparations were like those done by schoolboys. He thought how he could even think of escaping that day. He could have tried it when he was at the recreational block because it was easier to escape from there. But today he was locked in the cell. As the officers were closely watching him, there were two doors between his cell and the yard. There were walls as high as piles of a dry grass. Yes, Yvonne was totally safe now. Now from anyway till weapon. The governor thought there will be no problem if we keep the receiver switched on, although he knew that there was nothing to listen because it is duty of the supervisor to maintain silence. But he was still in doubt. He was worried about Evans taking under advantage to McCleary. He could have smuggled him to the take long bladed hand tools of a rope ladder. The governor at once got alert. He thought that they had taken away all the possible weapons from Evans, but there were chances that McCleary could have brought some weapons unknowingly with him, such as a jackknife, which is in a large knife and folding blade. Even he could hold his captive for forcing the prison officer to release him. Now the governor reached till sorely. The governor called up someone at 9:12 and Stephen had already introduced the supervisor and Evans, who had to appear for the exam. Just at that moment, Jackson came and asked McCleary to come outside for a minute. He explained about the governor's reason for being worried. McCleary cooperated him in the checking process by holding out his arms so that he could be checked. Jackson started checking him very fast. He then found something hard, which McCleary said was his reading glasses. To be more sure, he even checked his suitcase. He checked each envelope and carefully searched everything with his palms. He also went roughly through the Holy Writ and the church times. Everything was fine, but there was one thing in the suitcase that was strongly confusing him. Now, do you mind till sir? That is sir. Do you mind till? That is sir. Jackson asked McClary as to why he had brought a half-filled rubber ring which was not even fit for a small child with 12-inch waist. He asked him whether he was going for a swim. McClary, who till now seemed very friendly, suddenly changed because of the tasteless joke he had made. So he told him that he suffers from hemorrhoids and he has to sit for a long time. He left his sentence incomplete. Jackson felt very awkward but felt sorry for asking him all that. He then later on discovered the paper knife in the suitcase and said that he hoped McClary did not mind if he keep it with him. Now it was 1980 till the next page. As you wish, sir. It was 1980 am when Governor heard the voice again. It was understood that the exam will start a little late. McClary inquired Evans about having a watch. He answered yes. He said that he will tell him when to start and he will again tell him when only 5 minutes will be left. Evans said nothing. McClary gave him instruction about where to write the index number, center number, etc. He quietly followed it. When McClary was about to say start, Evans interrupted him and looked at Stephen. Stephen answered that he had been ordered by Jackson to stay there for the exam. He complained of not being able to concentrate if someone will be constantly watching him like this. He also felt sorry for this. Governor called Jackson and ordered him to get Stephens out of the cell as he thought they were doing it a bit too much. Now from the governor till minute.